for me, it's been a real dilemma because I come from this feminism background of you should be able to do whatever you want to do with your body. And if you want that, you go after it and you go get it, girl.
Right.
But there has been a real shift in recent years. What used to be more of a prudence, a caution, is just completely out the window. There is no more asking a therapist for any kind of note. There's whatever you want. And what I have been seeing is young women in their 20s, sometimes on their fourth surgery on the same part of the body, like their nose or their breasts or liposuction that's gone wrong and gotten lumpy. I think in recent years, liposuction has overtaken breast augmentations as the most popular surgery. All of these tend to have complications.
Of course.
All of these have struggled, and none of these young women, men too are doing this now, are getting any kind of cautionary information about this. It seems to be 100% green light. This is great. And one of the scary things that I see after surgery is that when you go to get a revision, what people don't know is that many doctors will not do a revision because if you're a liability already because a surgery went wrong or your body's having trouble with what it's already done, it's already had done to it. There are many doctors that go, yeah, I'm not willing to touch you because if something goes wrong, the liability is then on that doctor instead of the previous doctor. So going to get a revision after a plastic surgery, you might have a hard time finding a doctor to even do it, much less the cost of doing it. And I see young women that I know damn good and well do not have the financial security and are not set up to have the financial security to have that 10-year breast augmentation revamp like they're supposed to have. And so to me, there's so much unethical stuff happening when it comes to surgery in general and then cosmetic surgery to the moon.
Gosh. Yeah, it's so unethical. And that's what makes women like me want to speak out because we feel like we were lied to, which we were. I mean, we weren't given the full information. We were not given, here's the data on what can happen. And back then too, like 18 years ago, we didn't have strong internet like we do now. Like not all this information was online. The FDA didn't have this information online. Now you can find it on the FDA's website. You can look at the black box warning. You can actually educate yourself before you go into a plastic surgeon's office. Because let me tell you, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you what all the potential side effects are because that would make them lose money. And unfortunately, that is the nature of that industry. As much as I hate to say that, I'm sure there are great doctors for sure. But what I've experienced and what I've heard from other women is that these doctors are selling it like it's not going to be an issue whatsoever. You're going to be fine. You're going to be so confident. You're not going to have any issues. I mean, that's what I was told. I was told that the only potential issues I would have is a rupture or a capsular contraction, which is like where the capsule that your body creates to protect itself from the implant, by the way. That should be red flag number one. It constricts around the implant and causes pain. And so I only knew about those two things prior to the surgery. I had no idea what we do know now, which is that these implants can cause multiple forms of cancer and autoimmune diseases. And many women are dealing with that. And and now they are the guinea pigs and they are the research and they are like, hey, we're here, class action lawsuit. Like, and that's why certain implants are getting recalled. And I just heard a story yesterday of a woman who her implants were being recalled. She had no idea. She developed a breast cancer and thank God she survived it. But she got the implants removed after she developed the breast cancer and then realized as she did the explant that those implants were actually recalled like a year prior. And so it's just, we are the guinea pigs, unfortunately. And so we have to really be on the data. We have to do the research prior to considering these surgeries to really understand. So we have informed consent. And if you still choose after all of that research and all of that information and listening to women who've dealt with BII and cancer and autoimmune disease, and you still decide, okay, this is right for me, by all means, right? Go for it. Like that, had I been given all that information, I can't say that I would have said no. I might, because I was in such a place where I would have been like, you know what, it doesn't matter. It's worth the risk because I want to feel more confident. Right. And that's where I was at 19 years old. Where I'm at now, I could give a shit, frankly. Right. I'm like, I don't care what I look like. I'd rather have my health. My health is more important to me than any sort of surgery or physical shift, right? That I could do.